to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is Friday. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's Friday, but unfortunately I actually have to work the weekend because I was off on Monday and Tuesday. So I'm really just trying to make up my hours on the weekend, even though I could submit PTO for the days that I was off, but I don't really know if I want to do that. I hate using my PTO. I think right now I have about like 90 vacation hours. I don't want to use them just because I was off. But anyway, so have I read anything this week? I'm trying to figure out, y'all, if I read anything this week, because this would probably be like a chatty bookish video. Not necessarily like a specific type of video, but I think I finished Blood Slaves by Marcus Redmond. I actually love the book. I rated it a 5 stars. So if y'all want to go see my Goodreads review, y'all can actually go see my Goodreads review. And I also left a review on Barnes & Noble. I don't even really leave reviews on Barnes & Noble, but I just decided to post my review on Barnes & Noble. And I did get a chance to actually read some of the reviews for that book. And I think I only saw like one person rate the book like a 1 star, and I was like, the book was not that bad. They need to stop. But that's their interpretation of the book. That's the rating that they want to give it, so be it. I actually love the book. So if you're not familiar with it, it actually came out July 29th. It's really about a as the Caucasian people call it in the book, it's pretty much about Rafazi. He's from the Ramanga tribe in Africa, and he's actually, I guess you can say, like, he's a vampire. And there was a so during like the 1400s, a plague came through and wiped his whole tribe out. For centuries he's in hiding, and then around the 1700s he's captured, and he's not able to like fight off anyone because he hadn't been feeding on human blood for nearly about 300-400 years. So then he is took to the Barrow plantation, and then with Willie, which is actually another slave, they pretty much orchestrate a rebellion. And when it gets to about chapter 30, it is like extremely good. But the book to me is very slow paced, but there's enough action in between the chapters, enough to keep the reader like reading to see what's going to happen next. There are historical elements in the book. The book is not about slavery, but it has the historical elements of slavery in the book. And it can be a little excruciating and painful to read, especially when it comes to the treatment and maltreatment of people of color. Not just of people of color, but also like Native Americans. So I think one of my favorite characters probably would be Irene. She's definitely a leader. Gertie was actually Willie's I guess girlfriend or woman. They weren't really married, but she was pregnant in the book. But she was getting on my nerves at the beginning. I was like, girl, if you don't sit down somewhere. But in the end, I absolutely loved the end. And at first I thought I was actually going to give it a 4 star, but it ended up being a 5 star rating. So I actually finished that book on the 30th. I actually finished it on the 29th. I had like 6 more pages to read, but I ended up not finishing that day. I just finished up the next day. So I just decided to put on my Goodreads that I finished on the 30th. And then after that, I just submitted my review to NetGalley. So if you're not familiar with NetGalley, that is a place or a platform where you can request ARCs, which is advanced reader copies of books that are not released yet. So basically when they send you the ARCs, they are literally like uncorrected proofs of the book. And you can download them to your Kobo. You can download them to your Kobo, to pretty much like any e-reader that you have. So I absolutely love NetGalley, but one thing I do not do that I see a lot of people do is they request tons of books that they know they aren't going to read, like within a certain time frame. And then it's like, why do you have so many books? Like, why do you have so many books? I seen someone with like 80 ARCs, and I'm like, Okay. So right now I have one arc to review, and that book actually comes out in October. But I'm going to go ahead this month and read that because I really don't like having books sitting on my NetGalley shelf at all. So I try to get them read as I request them. So right now, what I am reading for the month of August, I really don't know yet. I haven't decided because really I feel like mood reading this month. But what I decided to read today, because I was at work anyway, Fallen by Linda Castillo. So I know if y'all have seen my previous videos, y'all have heard me talk about Linda Castillo. I absolutely love her. She's a mystery suspense thriller writer. She writes about these murders in the Amish community. And Chief Kate Burkholder is actually the chief of police in Painter's Mill. And the thing about the chief is that she actually was former Amish, and she left the fold when she was like 18 or 19 because there just weren't things about the principles and the culture that she agreed with. So she ends up investigating these murders that happen in the Amish community. So I absolutely love her books. The murders that happen in her books are always so vivid. Like the details are always so vivid, like they're so amazing. You can literally picture these murders happening while you're reading, and that's one of the things that I love about her books. Also, I love researching. So if anyone is like me, like I absolutely love researching. I love researching different cultures, and I have always been obsessed with the Amish community probably since I was like young. And until I read her books, I didn't even know that the Amish community had their own language. And I don't really think that the language that they speak, you can like learn that. I really think that in order to learn their language, you have to immerse yourself in the culture, because that's not a language that can like actually be taught by a tutor. It's really like two different languages put together, which is like completely amazing. So I don't really know if like, it's like I found some things on the internet where it gives you kind of like some basics, but I've never been on certain platforms like italki or Babbel that it's like, okay, do you want to learn the Amish language, because it's like two languages blended together. But anyway, so I started this today. I think that I started it on audio actually. And this is about, of course, a murder in the Amish community. I was actually supposed to read this last month, but I didn't get to it. So basically a girl named Rachel, she left the fold. So the fold, that's how they refer to like the Amish community. So when they just refer to it as the fold, like, or you can use, or it can be synonymous as like the group or the culture. So the girl Rachel, she pretty much left the community, and the Amish community has like ostracized her, and she was put under the ban by the oh my gosh, she was put under the ban by Bishop Troyer. So she was pretty much like, now she's seen as like an outsider. So she was back in Painter's Mill, and then she was murdered in a hotel. And I mean, when I'm saying the details are like really graphic. So now Chief Burkholder is trying to investigate like what has happened to her. So if you've never heard of Linda Castillo, I recommend her books hands down. This is actually book 13. There are 17 books. Her newest book, called Rage, actually just came out in July. It came out July 8th. And I also read that one as an art. So that's what I'm reading. Let me see. So I'm actually listening to the audio on Libby, and I was listening to it on my way home. So I've listened to 1 hour and 42 minutes, so I'm at 17%. And the book isn't like, her books aren't really that long. They're usually about the standard 300 pages for like a mystery suspense. Anything I think over like 350 pages is just ridiculous. So I do want to actually show y'all some books that I purchased from Books A Million. I purchased these on Monday. Yes, I purchased these on Monday because my son had a doctor's appointment with the cardiologist. So I decided to go down the street and I took him to go get a book, but he was trying to pick up like $40 books. I was like, son, I'm not paying for, I don't even pay $40 for one book for myself. I'm not paying $40 for a book. So he was upset, but he ended up, did he get a book? I don't know if he ended up getting a book or not because he was mad at me, but I was like, I don't care. You better go on the clearance rack. So I ended up getting 5 books. I think 2 of these were full price, but they were YA. And then the rest were on clearance. And then I have a Books A Million membership. So if you have a Books A Million membership, you already know that you get like 25% off each book if you have that yearly membership. So I got Cold World by Alicia Thompson. I've seen this book like 50 times. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. It just seems like it will be like a winter type book, which is why I really didn't get it. But I just decided to pick it up because the cover is like super, super cute. It's just like really, really cute. And then I've read the synopsis like so many times. I'm like, man, should I really get this book? But I just decided to get it. So it's about Lauren Fox is the bookkeeper for Cold World, a tourist destination that's always a winter wonderland despite being located in humid Orlando, Florida. Sure, it's ranked way below any of the trademark amusement parks and maybe foot traffic could be better, but it's a fun place to work. And even if fun isn't exactly Lauren's middle name, her co-worker, this is a long synopsis. Her co-worker, on the other hand, is all about finding ways to enliven her days, whether that means organizing the Secret Santa or teasing Lauren. When the owner asks Lauren and Asa to propose something to raise more revenue, the rivalry heats up as they compete to come up with the best idea. So I can already tell this is going to be predictable, like they're going to fall in love with each other. So that's that. And then I got this book. This book was actually $3.97. It's called The End, The Enemy. It's called The End by Charlie Higson. I absolutely love the cover. And then it has like black sprayed edges. And I actually, to be honest with y'all, I actually think, like if you look at it, I think this is YA. It wasn't in the YA section. It was just like all the clearance are usually together. And I didn't find this in like the bargain YA section. So, but I'm pretty sure after just like reading the synopsis that it's a YA book, which it doesn't matter to me. So it says the end is coming. The sickness struck everyone 16 and older. First, it twisted their minds. Next, their bodies. Now the sickos, crazy and hungry for young flesh, are gathered in the center of London, lying in wait. It's time for all of the survivors, kids spread out across the city to units. They must come up with a plan of attack to end the grown-ups' reign of terror before it is too late. How would the last battle play out? So yeah, it's definitely given YA, which I adore the black sprayed edges. I don't know. I just love solid sprayed edges. It just, I don't know. It makes the book like so much more attractive. Then I got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I've wanted to read this since last year, so I just decided to get the first one to see if I like it. It kind of reminds me of, what is that book I read this last month? I forgot, y'all. It's by Karen McManus. One of Us is Lying. That's what it is. The cover just kind of reminds me of like One of Us is Lying. So this says pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about. And 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project. at first to cast doubt on the original investigation, but soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent. So yeah, and I have a couple friends that actually say that this was really good, and they actually have read, I guess, like the entire series. So I'm going to read the first one, and then I'm going to see if I want to actually read the entire series, because y'all know I hate reading series, because then you have to literally commit to reading series, and then if you don't read the series pretty much like consecutively, you literally just forget what happened in the first book. So that's just my issue with reading series. Unless the book is really, really good, like Kennedy Ryan. I'm just saying. So the next one is called The Merciless Ones by Namina Forna, which I actually have the first book. I haven't even read it yet, but I decided to just pick this one up since I did see it. The one that I do have is called Gilded Ones, which is this one right here. Such a pretty cover. And I mean, y'all, look at this. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And I've heard really great things just about this series as well. I was going to pick up I think it's the third book in this series. It has like a blue, really pretty blue color, and I was gonna pick that one up too, but I decided to just get this one and read the first one and this one, and then just see if I really need to pick up the third one. Y'all gonna have to excuse me because I am like cozy on the sofa, and I have this blanket because it's cold. So this book was actually $12.99. I love YA books because they're always cheaper than adult books, and y'all know I'm pretty much like a frugal person. I really don't like buying regular price books, but it's completely fine. So let's see. Usually the synopsis is on the back, and I love floppy books. I love floppy paperbacks. So see this one literally lays flat. These are my favorite types of paperbacks that actually lay flat. So let me know in the comments, do you prefer hardcover or paperback? And sometimes I like mass paperbacks, but they don't really lay flat, and you literally have to break the spine, and I hate breaking the spine of my books. That is so disrespectful. Let's see. Okay, so it says it's been 6 months since Dika freed the goddess in the ancient kingdom of Otera and discovered who she really is. But war is waged across the kingdom, and the real battle has just begun. For there is a dark force growing in Otera, a merciless power that Dika and her army must stop. Yet hidden secrets threaten to destroy everything Dika has known. And with her own gifts changing, she must discover if she holds the key to saving Otera or if she is its greatest threat. So these covers are they're so powerful. Like, I absolutely love it. So, and then the last book is another YA book, and of course I always, as soon as I get the books, I take if they're on bargain, I take the price thing off. I take the price sticker off because that is annoying. I can't stand price stickers like on the front of books, and it seems like only when they go on clearance, obviously, they put like the stickers on the front of the book. You know, I guess just pretty much like a marketing scheme to make you like pick up that book even the more, since you can like visibly just see the price, because we already know when they don't have stickers on the front, like, they're full price. So this one is called Proof of Lies by Diana Rodriguez Wallach. And then I actually have I think there's like a first book that I have. It's called Lies That Bind, which I was actually supposed to read last month, but I never got a chance to read it. So I'm thinking maybe I can just move all the books that I didn't read from last month to this month's TBR. But like I said, I'm like an extreme mood reader, so I don't really know if that's going to work, because this month I don't really know what I want to read. Today's August 1st, and I still haven't decided what I wanted to read. And then I also still have to I'm thinking, y'all, I still have to film my reading journal set up. And let me know in the comments if you all would like to see my reading journal set up. And if you would like to see my reading journal set up, maybe I can post it on this channel, because I have two channels. My other channel that that I already pretty much, I mean, I have a pretty good following. I have a little over 2,400 subscribers on my journaling channel. So if y'all want to just go to my journaling channel, or y'all want me to post it here, I can actually post it here. So I'm thinking about posting it here. I don't know yet. But anyway, so I have the first book, which is called Lies That Bind. And then this book is about Anastasia Phoenix has always been the odd girl out, whether moving from city to international city with her scientist parents, or being the black belt who speaks 4 languages, and most definitely as the orphan whose sister is missing, presumed dead. She's the only one who believes Kira is still alive, and when new evidence surfaces, Anastasia set out to follow the trail. So this seems like it's going to be good. So I wonder, let's see how many pages. Okay, so actually I think this is the first book, because I just saw in here, it says, okay, so maybe I should just start off with this one, because it says Lies That Bind, book 2. Okay, so I basically bought them in reverse. So maybe I can just like read this one. This one is 300. Okay, so this one is 300 pages, which isn't really that long. This is like a 2-day read. If you read like 150 pages per day, it's like literally like 2 days. Or if you read 100 pages per day, then it'll be like 3 days. So, but anyway, so those are the 5 books that I purchased from Books A Million. And then so for the rest of the night, I'm actually going to do some journaling. I don't know if I really want to do any more reading today. I really just don't feel like it. I need to actually do some videos for my other channel, my journaling channel. And if you want to see some like journaling content, I'm not saying it's like cool journaling content, but really all I'm doing is decorating like my planners and journals and things like that. So if you want to just see me decorate my planners and journals, you can go to Eliza Journals. Then if you want to, you can just subscribe to my channel. If you want to continue to support my channel, that would be amazing. But anyway, so this was just intended to be like a really chatty video on, I guess, I don't even know, y'all. I just think I just turned on the recorder and just start recording. I don't even have a title for this video. I guess I can title it Books A Million haul, probably. But no one's gonna actually see me at the bookstore. But it's pretty cool. But anyway, so if you stay to the end of the video, put a book emoji in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my content. Make sure if you subscribe, you click the notification bell so that you're notified for all future videos. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.